Hello there, and welcome to Fortnight Save the World. I'm Salty Gamer Manboy, and we are playing. Well, we're not really playing right now. We're just going through the collection book, and the next character in the collection book is Kinetic Guardian. Now, as you can see, I have both of them. It will cost 20 V-Bucks to pull them out, but I don't want to do that because I already have a Kinetic Guardian, and in case you guys don't know, these are cards, and it says let's look at the epic real quick here before I explain what's going on here. Okay, so if you read his card, it's a legendary hero, Guardian Bull. Okay, that's Bull is his name. So he's a constructor and he's a guardian. Okay, so you see he has creative engineering, bull rush, base. The bull rush is going to be on his ability bar. The base is going to be on his ability bar. He's going to have hammer, chance, automated defenses, kinetic overload. We're going to go over these whenever I show you the character that I have here. Exit plan, big brother, faster exit, decoy for his ability bar, right shield, and look, let's read down here at the bottom. It says he uses the exit plan to quickly move across their base with then bull rush and kinetic overload to control groups of enemies. Okay, the same it's going to be the same description. Watch when I go over here. Now those of you who've been playing around for a little while know that see, I have a guardian, Knox. He's a constructor and he is a guardian. Okay, they reclass or they reskin your heroes sometimes. They'll put it, it'll be the same everything, it's just he's going to look a little different. So that's what the case is here for this one right here. I know you're like, oh, but it's not bull rush. It is bull rush. It's going to be the same card, it's just a different skin. Okay, it's going to be Knox instead of bull. So let's go ahead and look at him. Oh, well, let's see. Getting lost in my own thing here. All right, let's take a look at him. Alright, so as you can see, he's got the creative engineering, the bull rush, the base, and then let's read down here at the bottom here. Uses exit plan to quickly move across their base, then bull rush and kinetic overload to control groups of enemies. Same thing right there. He's got all the same abilities, everything, even his bonuses too. Okay, so. Don't be like, oh, you didn't use bull. I know I didn't use bull. It's gonna cost me 20 V-Bucks. Do you got 20 V-Bucks to give me? Okay, but anyway, let's look at him. At level 1, he has creative engineering. Increases build speed by 10%, reduces building cost by 10%. Still at level 1 and his ability bar, we have the bull rush. Costs 20 energy, cooldown 15 seconds, does 31,665.8 blunt physical damage. The constructor charges forward 3 tiles, collecting enemies on the shield, knocking them back at the end of the rush when colliding with a wall. Okay, at level 2 we have base acronym, costs 100 energy, cooldown 4 seconds. The base alters the matter of connected building pieces. Affected walls will do energy damage at to any enemy that strikes the wall with a melee attack. Approaching attached structures gain a 12% damage resistance. Extends 3 segments from the placement. Only one base can be active at a time. So always remember that. One base can be active at a time. Don't double stack. Don't put them all, stretch them out if you have to. Do whatever you can. Just don't put them close together. Okay, at level 5 we have hammer, critical hammer Yeah, hammer critical chance. Okay, increases the hammer critical rating by 18. Okay, so he's gonna have a. If you put a hammer in his hands, he's gonna be really good. Okay, automated defenses. Increase base connectivity by 1 building piece. Okay, so he's gonna have 1 extra building piece, or 1 extra protection. Okay, kinetic overload. Cooldown at 0.25 seconds. Damage 18,268.7 energy damage. Damage type is considered a plasma as well as an energy. Critical hits with hardware melee weapons trigger a kinetic overload, dealing additional damage and knocking back to the target. Okay, so if it doesn't kill them, it's going to hurt them. So at level 12 we have exit plan. While inside the base, the constructor's speed and blunt weapon critical rating are increased. Okay, increased run speed by 12%, increased critical rating with a blunt weapon by 5. Okay. At level 15, Big Brother, increased base acronym. Connectivity by 1 building piece. So he's going to have another extra building piece that he can cover. Okay. At 18, faster exit, increases run and speed and sprint speed bonus of exit plan by another 15%. All right. And then at level 20, for his ability bar, he has decoy. Okay, costs 30 energy. Cooldown 30 seconds. Deploys a decoy acronym, which will distract all husk enemies within a 1.5 tile radius for 7 seconds. Okay, and at level 25 we have riot shield. While charging, the constructor will take 60% less damage at the end of the bull rush. Any enemies pushed away will take critical hit damage. Okay, and then finally at level 30 we have kinetic overdrive. When kinetic overload is triggered, it affects targets within a 0.5 tile radius of the primary target. Okay, we already read the bottom part there, so let's see what he brings to the table. If you put him in the secondary slot, he has hammer critical chance. That's another one of his abilities, I guess perks for having him. Increases the critical rating with the blunt melee by 18% when he's in your secondary slot. So he's going to help you if you have a character who specializes in melee with hammer. That's going to be a good. He's going to be a good secondary for you to put in there. Okay, if you put him in the third slot, he's going to have plasma boots. Okay, crescent kick applies affliction to 3 seconds. Okay, this is for a ninja. It looks like crescent kick applies for affliction for 3 seconds, dealing an extra 14% energy damage to every 0.5 seconds. Requires ninja primary hero. Tactical bonuses are applied to your primary hero when hero is in your tactical slot. Okay, so that's for the crescent kick for the ninja. So if you have a ninja, you like to use your crescent kick, put Knox in the third slot, or bull. Okay, so let's look at who I have for him. Of course, he has. I'm going to give him another, something that he doesn't really have, but it's going to be helpful for him because I use a lot of assault rifles. That's the type of game style I like to play with the assault rifles. So I'm going to give him that assault perk with the Master Grenader Ramirez, and then giving him decoy because he has a decoy. I'm going to give him. It didn't say his decoy. Let's look and see if his decoy explodes afterwards. Well, let's see. What does his decoy do? Okay. It just, distracts the enemy, and that's it. So now he's going to have a explosion at the end because I have Sid in there. So it says 30 energy cooldown, 30 seconds, deploys a decoy acronym which will distract all husk enemies within a 0.5 tile radius for 7 seconds. So Now I put him, see I got him right there. It says when decoy is distracted or expires, it creates an explosion that deals impact and stuns enemies for a 0.5 seconds. Okay, so we got him all set up. Now I'm going to do it like I have been doing. We're going to go into a private match, and I'm going to we're going to look at his base and see how big of a base he can cover. Because okay, let's hop into this.
Nicely.
You know the drill. Stay cool, don't die, kill clouds. Bonus challenge is now available.
Wow, okay. Let's see here now. Okay. We want to get a good feel for okay, let's try this now. Look at that. Nice. I don't, you know. So you guys saw that, right? I didn't touch him. He came out here after me. Okay, so that's what that does. It if they, I guess he beat on it, so he you know, it gave back the energy that he put in there, so he died. Okay. Alright, so I wouldn't go any higher, and besides that, I mean, if you really need a 4-story, then and they've really put your objective or atlas or whatever in a really bad spot. But 3 stories, and then you got these little extra pieces hanging off right here. So that's what your base is going to look like. That's what his base looks like. I could have gone up 4 stories, and then this would have been left. Would have been one there, right here. It would have been, you know, like kind of hanging off. All 3 stories would be covered. Let's get him over here. Let's see if we can get him to beat on the. There we go. Look at that. Didn't even touch him. He died of his own brutality. Okay, let's check out his dummy here. Dummy. Let's check out his dummy. Let's see. Okay, so it's attracting them all. Is it gonna blow up? Okay, it blew up, and it made them all dizzy.
Not so bad.
He was a part of it. He didn't get any damage. It just made him dizzy. It didn't. We'll have to look at it and see if it's actually doing any damage to him. Well, we'll just we'll test out his dummy again here. Let's see. Let's see. Is it gonna do any damage? I wish you would give me a power bar there. Nope, no damage. I didn't see any damage to it.
Man, am I right?
Okay. Let's try this this dummy again here.
Nice work. Add blue glow to the
Why are you not showing me their power levels there? Show me what their power levels look like. Okay? None. Okay, so it's not doing any damage at all. Okay. Yeah, let's do a bull rush here. Didn't see any numbers off of that. Okay, let's check that out and see what they're. And bull rush. 3194. I think it was 3194. there he is. Right? Okay. Alright. Well, we won't worry about that last clip there. But yeah, definitely, so we tested out his bull rush, we've tested out his dummy, we've tested out his base. I didn't really put his base up on this because, I mean, really there's no need for it. It would definitely cover that and then some. So, anyway, this is the Guardian, the Guardian Constructor. So, like I said, he's a reskin of Bull. It's just Knox. Instead of it being Bull, it's just Knox. It still has the same everything for that card. But anyway, definitely get him. He has a really big area for his base. Okay, we saw that you know, it probably could have gone up another story. It wouldn't have covered every bit of it, but it would have been enough. So if you needed to go up to a 4th floor, you could have gone up to a 4th floor. Anyway, yeah, so definitely if you want to use a constructor, use him for, you could definitely use him for what is it, repair the shelters or evacuate the shelters, because that's, you know, he covers a big enough area for that on his base. And also, you know, whenever you have him, it's always good to lay out extra tiles, because if a husk happens to damage it, or it gets, you know, it's gonna give them, you know, damage and possibly even kill them too. So lay out extra tiles. Even if you don't put traps on there, lay out extra tiles. That's the best way to use a constructor, especially with that ability where if the husk are beating on it, then it, you know, returns the damage back to them. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, and let your friends know too if they need help and anything. That's what I'm here for. So anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.